JJ Nelson is in the kitchen this morning. He's introducing us to his brand new catering business. It's called Mystic Catering, and this morning he's making moon pie Wellington with an exclusive moon pie flavor.
Oh, plus we are talking with the host of the local podcast, What's Up Saraland, and getting a preview of this week's episode.
And then we're taking you to the city of Avmore. We're getting the details on a free, fun event, as well as an opportunity to see American Idol winner Jamal Roberts this weekend. It's all coming up on Studio 10. It's June 10th. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Chelsea Sayasan.
And I'm Jennifer Lambers. Joe Emer has the morning off.
That's right. And Jen's going to keep us updated on the weather. I told Matt earlier, Jen, this thunderstorm over my house last night was no joke. Loud and bright and all the things. We had, Scotty said, I'm scared. And then our dog was scared, so our bed was full.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we went into the garage and just kind of popped up some chairs and just kind of watched some of it come in. We actually had the dog and the cat next to us out in the garage.
They liked it?
They liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, they were hanging out. Yeah,
sure. So you're such a meteorologist to go out there and sit and watch
it.
Exactly.
Take it in.
Well, if you want to watch something new, there's a look at the rom-com. It's called Oh Hi. It's led by Molly Gordon and Logan Lerman.
So the two play Iris and Isaac, enjoying their first trip together until she learns he doesn't want to be in a relationship and becomes determined to earn love from the man who played her a fool.
So it's in theaters July 25th. I just watched a bit of the trailer, and it truly is rom-com-esque if you want to see it. I think a lot of people who have been in a situationship like this will want to see this.
I was going to say, I get mixed vibes just based off of that. I'm sure it's going to be I'm sure it'll look a lot better than what it sounds.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. So you can see that in theaters.
Something to check out. Well, also in today's first looks, a trailer for The Pickup starring Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, and Keke Palmer.
Pull over and you won't get hurt. We're gonna die. Calm down. Remember your training. Put your hands up! I took a 15-hour online course. What training?
The action comedy is about a routine cash pickup, which takes a wild turn when two armored truck drivers are then ambushed by ruthless criminals.
As chaos unfolds around them, the unlikely duo must navigate high-risk danger, clashing personalities, and one very bad day that keeps getting worse. The film premieres on Prime Video on August 6th.
This will definitely have a lot of laughs. I got to watch this full trailer this morning, and I think I laughed out loud at least twice. But with Pete Davidson and Eddie Murphy playing like these characters, of course, like when you've got a duo like this, comedy has to happen. It's interesting because we talked about recently Pete Davidson is in a more serious like horror film that's coming out soon. So it'll be interesting to see him in that role. But at the end of the day, it's nice to know you'll have some laughs and you can watch it at home if you have Amazon Prime Video.
Right, and that's right at the end of the summer, right before school starts. So get some nice little laughs in, nice easy watch.
Yeah. Well, on our show, we often talk about Easter eggs, and Easter eggs are for different people who work in this show. And this is an Easter egg for our producer, Danielle. Two K-pop superstars are discharged from the South Korean military.
International superstars RM and V from the group BTS were officially discharged today from the military after fulfilling their mandatory service.
Nearly 200 fans greeted them, and many traveled from around the world. The two stars began their service back in December of 2023, while three other BTS members, Jin, J-Hope, and Suga, were already months into their service.
South Korean law requires all able-bodied men aged 18 to 28 to serve in the military for at least 18 to 21 months.
Yeah, and BTS members were able to put off their service for a bit after the National Assembly revised the Military Service Act, which now allows K-pop stars to postpone their enlistment until the age of 30.
All 7 members of the group plan to reunite sometime in 2025. And Danielle just told me in my ear, too, that the three other members are expected to be finished this month.
Oh, well, good for them. See, this is just so different than what we've experienced with any other like band, I should say, but it's specifically a boy band because, as we just mentioned, it's required of them to serve. it was really unfortunate, the timing, because as they were reaching the top of the top, like they were Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, BTS, like maybe even slightly bigger than some of those names I just mentioned, then they had to go and do their service. So a lot of their fans have been anxiously awaiting them to be done, and this year's
New
the
music
year.
on the way.
I imagine it's changed who they are a bit too, like serving in their military and their country. So I'm interested to see like what their reaction and what their music sounds like and feels like now, or if they'll just go back to the BTS that they were years ago.
And you've likely heard some of their songs. Butter was a big one. So I don't know about BTS. You've heard a lot of their hits.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for Danielle because she loves BTS. So this will be a good year for her.
Good year for her. And also, it's going to be a tasty salute to the American dream.
Right. So today is National Egg Roll Day. As you just heard Jen say, we just said American dream because the egg roll had a special meaning for some Asian immigrants coming to the U.S.
The dish started out as a Chinese American tradition that was later extended to Vietnamese immigrants. Over time, U.S. restaurants got creative and came up with different versions of the egg roll. The dish can be made with pork, shrimp, or cabbage, among other ingredients. They're all finely chopped before being rolled in a pastry wrap and deep fried. To celebrate the holiday, just munch on some egg rolls and share on social media using the hashtag National Egg Roll Day. I did not know this. I learned something new for today. And Chelsea, we're not talking about egg rolls today, but we are talking a little bit about Mardi Gras a little bit.
A bit. You're right, Jen. We've got JJ in the kitchen with us this morning. JJ.
And also, I did confirm, Chelsea, the key lime flavor is an exclusive to Publix, so you gotta check that out. Well, coming up, we are getting a preview of this week's episode of the What's Up Saraland podcast. And also, I'm gonna be talking more about your forecast. It was stormy last night. Has the boating forecast up right now, but I'll talk more about what I'm tracking over the next few days. That's coming up in just a little bit. And luckily, the Studio 10 crew, we have traveled to Atmore numerous times. So if you need some inspiration on some stores, some restaurants to check out, we always have those on our website, fox10tv.com, under the Studio 10 tab. Now, coming up in just a little bit, we are checking back in on the forecast. And also, we're checking back in with JJ in the kitchen, finishing up that moon pie Wellington. Looks great. Finished product is on the way. We'll have more on that coming up when we come back.
Welcome back. So here's a question. Why does your cat purr or meow more than your friend's feline?
So the answer is in the genes. A study from the Wildlife Research Center at Kyoto University in Japan looked at the androgen receptor gene in almost 300 neutered or spayed mixed breed cats.
So they found that felines with a shorter version of that gene purred and meowed more often, especially male cats. Female cats with that short version of the gene, on the other hand, showed higher levels of aggression towards people that they did not know. That's what my cat had, the latter part of that.
Yes. Now, many of the cats in the study were rescued strays, which may be the reason behind their increased meowing, but purebred cats are more likely to have the longer version of the gene, meaning that they meow less.
Makes sense. Your cat is a meower.
He's a meower and a purr. Like, I can't sleep with him because he'll just sit here and purr the whole night.
Sweet thing. All right, we've got more fun heading your way right here on Studio 10. Take a look at that trio, Moon Pie Wellingtons. We'll have the information and the recipe on our website.